All right. Good morning, besties. My name is Jess, and I am your witchy best friend. And I am here today with installment number 3 of my Let's Read Playing Card series. And I've talked about before, I've been reading playing cards for 30 years. This is something that's just always resonated with me. It's always been a great way to tell a story and figure out deeper problems. And as always, I've marked the tops of my cards and I've marked the reversals of my cards. But let's get into it. All right. So the Diamond Suit relates to the Pentacles. They kind of relate to Pentacles in the tarot. But this is life outside your home. This is things that are coming into you, and this is the things surrounding you. So with the diamonds, when we have it upright, we have letter, money, or a ring. There have been so many times that I've pulled this card, and the ring has been an engagement ring for somebody. A quick little story. I had a friend of mine. I was reading her cards closer to Christmas time, and I was like, your boyfriend's going to propose. He's going to propose. And he did on Christmas. And she told him, she's like, I knew it was coming. Jess told me. And so he kind of got mad with me. He's like, how did you know? Did your ex-husband tell you? Did somebody leak my secret out? I was like, nope, I read her cards. Her cards told me. So just keep that in mind. However, where this is super happy, like letter, money, ring, we flip the Ace of Diamonds over, we have bad news. So prepare yourself. Something bad, some bad news coming your way. We get to the King of Diamonds, and we have a powerful, fair-haired man. And again, not necessarily fair hair, but sometimes that's what it leans toward. But this is somebody who's in a position of power, who has a position of authority over you. And when we flip him over, we get treachery and deception. This is somebody who does not have your best interests at heart. This is somebody who is going behind your back, who is treacherous. All right. The Queen of Diamonds, when she's upright, she's a spiteful, talkative woman. Somebody going around spreading lies and telling stories about you. This is somebody you should be wary of and cautious of. When we flip her over, malice. Again, the Queen of Diamonds, either way you flip her, she's not a good person. She's not somebody you want to have in your life. And a lot of times when she comes up, especially in this malice in reverse, this is your warning that somebody is out to get you. Okay. We have the Jack of Diamonds, and when he's upright, this is typically a messenger, an employee, or a person in uniform. Could be a coworker, something along those lines. When we flip this up, he's a troublemaker. Somebody that just wants to cause problems, that is just spreading rumors, who's trying to cause drama. You don't need them. The 10 of Diamonds, when we're right side up, talks about moving house, journey, or major changes. Moving house doesn't necessarily mean you're physically moving house. This could be you're moving from one. I find like sometimes it's moving from one job to another. You're moving from one relationship to another, or from one situation to another. You're moving out of that house of your life, but it's changes. It's kind of like that Tower card. It's a big, huge change, but in the end, it's going to be great. But we flip it upside down. This is totally changes for the worse. This is something you need to be cautious of. Be wary. Things could change for the worse if you don't make a change, if you don't work on something. When the 9 of Diamonds is upright, we have news, surprises, and anxieties. Anxieties sometimes come from these news and surprises. We may get information we don't want. We may hear news we don't need to hear. Something to be definitely looking out for. When we flip it over, we have domestic disputes, lover quarrels. Things are not happy in your house right now. There's a lot of fighting and energy. Maybe it's time for a cleanse. Maybe it's time for you to reevaluate the situation that you're in. 8. When the 8 of Diamonds is upright, we have a love affair or a journey. So sometimes journeys are not always like traveling. Journeys are personal journeys. Journeys are mental journeys, health journeys, things like that. A new love affair doesn't necessarily mean like a romantic love. You could self-love. You could be finding the love for yourself. You could be finding the love of a hobby. Maybe you finally discover your love of painting, things like that. But when we flip this over, we have separation and affections ignored. We're trying to get somebody's attention and they're not paying attention to us. Are we trying to be the pick-me girl and look at me, look at me? We have to understand that not everything is about us. People have their own feelings, their own ideas, their own thoughts. And sometimes these affections are ignored for that purpose. And then finally, on our last card of the diamonds, we have the 7 of diamonds in upright. We have teasing, criticism, and a small gift. Again, when I see the gifts, I don't necessarily see them as like presents, like things people give to us. We get the gift of knowledge. We get the gift of knowing maybe somebody shouldn't be in our life. We get the gift of walking away from a situation. And when we flip this over, we have scandal and gossip. Somebody's not talking about you. Somebody's not talking good about you, friend. Not at all. That's something to look out for. And then as we get into the cards, I'll explain how they all tie together with one another and how you can pull this card and this card together and kind of figure out where your scandal and gossip is coming from. But we'll dive into that in a couple more videos here. But as always, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, please leave them below. And I totally appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I'll be back with segment number 4, where we're talking about the spades. But thank you so much for coming, and talk to you later. Bye.